Hello, everybody, and welcome to The Orange. Today we have a very special guest. His name is Crinkles. Uh, I've actually known Crinkles for a very long time. He is a great guy, and today we're going to discuss something that I haven't really talked about on air yet, and that is Dungeons and Dragons and some of my more entertainment based YouTube subscriptions. Uh, Welcome, Crinkles. How are you doing today?
I'm doing all right. How are you?
I'm all right. I mean, other than the very minor issues with the other YouTubers that I've been having, I mean, it's been kind of tough, but not as bad as it could be.
Okay. So you're wanting to talk about Dungeons and Dragons.
Yeah.
Okay. Where should we start?
Well, let's get the obvious out of the way. The kobold gumshoe you got going on here.
Oh yeah, yeah. I had actually found this art piece online and saw it and thought looked pretty cool. Found it over at DeviantArt. Um, so if you get a chance, take a look. Just search for kobolds. I always get a kick out of kobolds because they're in the game supposed to be super sneaky and intelligent and um, trap makers. A lot of
Mhm.
people use them as low level monsters, cannon fodder, things like that. But kobolds in their description are supposed to be very, very sneaky and very clever. So
Yeah,
I kind of adopted it.
yeah. I've tended to have some pretty bad kobold based experiences in the campaigns we've done.
You've had good ones too.
Meepo,
Meepo, the Undying.
Meepo the Undying, the ever present.
So yeah, um, yeah. So kobolds have always been uh, one D&D race that I always enjoyed. So
Yeah.
how about you? You got a favorite race?
Um, Back when I was younger, I was a really big fan of the game Brigadine
Oh yeah, yeah.
and Lizard Folk. I always got a kick out of, but
Hmm.
the Lizard Folk in D&D just aren't like the same. I guess they're not the same build.
They are. They just don't have the breath weapon. I don't think.
Yeah.
I think.
So
I think Brigadine they had a breath weapon.
yeah, you got them high enough level, and they would get a breath weapon, and then they had the hand axe. But
Hmm.
I figure, I mean, same thing with me. Like kobolds are one of my particular race just because they have the build and the style that the lizard folk and Brigadine had.
Yeah, yeah. Um, I guess there's always the classic dragons. You got a favorite dragon?
Um, Probably the white dragon. The ice breath weapon's always been pretty useful.
Any particular reason as to why?
It's got unique applications. Like if it's raining, white dragon uses breath weapon on the rain and daggers from the sky.
That's fair.
So I just
Um,
like yeah, it's just the unique applications of the breath weapon.
Fair enough. Let's see. You wanted to talk about the video I had sent you, the Harmon Quest.
Yeah, I've only watched the first one. I assume there's more.
Oh yeah, yeah. There's at least one season that you can get online.
Are are they all animated like that, or is it just the one?
No, they're all animated like that. It was a project that Dan Harmon had put together. I think shortly after he had done a different one. Dan Harmon is the same guy who did Community, and he does Rick and Morty on Adult Swim. He's done a few different things,
Yeah.
but he's a producer and I believe a writer. Uh, he's he brings Dungeons and Dragons into a lot of the stuff that he does.
Mhm.
As a matter of fact, I'm not sure if you've watched a lot of Community, but
Oh yeah.
that same style that he uses in Harmon Quest
Mhm.
is the style that he used in Community. And in actuality, that style he developed himself to create a Dungeons and Dragons type game that is more entertaining for a viewer
Mhm.
and makes it easier for um, outside people who've never played before, makes it easier for them to come in.
Yeah.
Um, because if you've never played the game before and somebody just starts bombarding you with all these rules and all this math, it can be pretty
Overwhelming.
overwhelming. It could uh, make you not want to play.
Yeah.
Um, so this style that he has and that he uses in Community and he uses in Harmon Quest is actually more of a uh, improv session than necessarily a Dungeons and Dragons game.
So
That's
it's kind of like parody rather than straight up D&D. It's more of a parody of the styles that other people use, so people can get more acquainted with it before they delve into more intense sessions.
well, what in particular what they do is, and I'm sure you've noticed, rather than having the players do their rolling, they
Hmm.
instead leave that all up to the dungeon master or the game master.
Yeah.
Um, so he takes care of everything. He rolls all your rolls, whether you're attacking or you're sneaking or whatever. He keeps
Yeah.
track of all of that.
Wow.
And your job is to improv the interactions. And the people that he has on the show are usually very talented comedians. Um,
Mhm.
and usually very good at improv work.
Yeah.
So that's where the entertainment aspect really comes in. And he films all of these live in front of an audience.
Yeah.
And then they take back what they got, and then they cut it down, and they animate what they thought was the best, and
Yeah.
that's what you end up seeing when you see Harmon Quest.
Oh. Well, the episode I saw, like the funniest guy there just died in the very first episode.
Yeah, that's
That
kind
was
of a running joke in the show, is that the guest star, because he's got himself and two other people who are uh, playing the game consistently with him, and he always has one famous guest star.
yeah, the goblin and the half orc and then the lady, right?
Yes, they're
Yeah.
the consistent ones.
Um. Oh God, I can't even remember his name. The guest star in the episode you showed me, like that guy was freaking hilarious.
Oh, what was
And
his name?
I don't know, he's really famous. Like he's in a lot of like comedy stuff.
Oh yeah, yeah. Well, and they're going to be because um, that's kind of what that's kind of the point. You know,
Yeah.
they're on there so that they can practice improv, and you get to see them
Yeah.
interact in this Dungeons and Dragons like game.
Yeah. See, like this as a concept doesn't seem like uh, as harsh to me as the ones that like we used to play. Because when we played, like it was always with players that like they knew what they were doing, and it was it was intense right off the bat, and I couldn't ever really get comfortable
Hmm.
because like the moment I'd get comfortable, like something would happen, and it would piss me off, and I would start getting pissy.
Well, the version that you see with Harmon Quest is not necessarily something to be taken seriously. Whereas when we were playing, it was more of a serious game. We never really did a whole lot of joke games. So I think that would be the big difference. I think the one thing that I really like about the style that he's come up with for this, with the game master or the dungeon master running the entire thing, you see a reduction in a lot of the things that you would normally run into. A lot of that go along with Dungeons and Dragons, like a lot of people complain about min-maxers or cheaters, or maybe not the cheaters, maybe the guy who just always rolls well, or the guy who always rolls shitty.
Oh God, rules lawyers.
Or rules lawyers, that's a good one. Great example. Because of this style that he's come up with, where the dungeon master takes care of all of that, they can be as much of a rules lawyer as they want. That's fine. But the people who are actually playing, they have to focus on the role-playing aspect of it, rather than having to worry about, well, if I get this feat, that feat, and the other feat, then I'm going to have a character that can break the game. And that's what I'm going to go for. So you get to avoid that stuff.
It's like, oh God, what was his fucking name? Moon?
Hmm?
Oh God, what the fuck was his name? The rogue that literally just fucking broke the game. And whenever he got brought out, it was specifically to screw something over. It was I've said his name before on like live, but not the last name. Caleb.
Oh, Terwillinger?
Terwillinger. Where did I get Moon?
I don't know.
And it's just like he sat there and he made a juggalo and then he made him invincible. And is the most irritating bullshit I have ever heard in my life. Because he will, like, I have specifically, like, when I was doing, like, these, like, it was like a joke campaign. Most of the time it was joke campaigns. And every time Caleb would just go, oh, well, boom, he appears. And it's like, dude, just why don't you just bend me over? just ruin everything. Why not? You dick.
The funny thing about him is that that character was never built to be like that. Like, I had made that character to begin with. He was one of the characters that I had pre-generated, and Caleb wanted to play a rogue, and so that's the one he grabbed. You know, and when he stopped playing in my game, I had to take over that character. And for a long time, I was playing him as a very sneaky, underhanded, like gambler, like a degenerate gambler.
Yeah.
And it wasn't until the character reached higher levels that Caleb took him over again.
Yeah.
And at that point, he started going with it. I'm actually surprised, though, because I didn't think Caleb liked playing D&D that much.
It's like, I think he has the same problem that I do. It's like when I have to worry about the numbers and the stats and all that, it loses the aspect of I want to do this to have fun, and it becomes I want to do this to beat everyone else, and then I fail.
Well, see, and that's why I would like to try this particular style, this Harmon style, um, simply because then you don't have that. You don't have that. My character is going to be uh, more badass than your character because you don't actually get the building aspect of it. You know what I mean? You have to focus entirely on the personality of the character, which I
Yeah.
think gets lost on a lot of people when they play because they're more interested in building it like if they were playing a video game where they
Like
would,
a dungeon crawler.
yeah, they'd pump all these stats up to make the best character they possibly can, and that really detracts from a game like Dungeons and Dragons or your Werewolf or um,
Like
Vampire the
Pathfinder.
Masquerade, Pathfinder, role playing games. Their emphasis is on the idea of taking on a role. It's
Yeah.
not making the strongest character you possibly can.
Yeah, it's I want to build not a number, but I want to build a person completely detached from who I actually am, and it's like an acting experience.
Exactly.
But like when it gets to the numbers, it's numbers, and you lose that character in the numbers.
Exactly. And I think that's a common problem that goes with the area. I mean, you're always going to run into some people who that's what they want to play, and that's fine. But the issue becomes that even if you're the only one who wants to play it that way, if you're
Yeah,
in a group where people are more focused on that personality and the actual character itself,
yeah,
that can get detracted by you trying to be crazy high level character.
yeah. Oh god, I just remembered when I made a tinfoil helmet because I got drunk.
The Nightmare Bunny helmet.
Yeah, yes, the Nightmare Bunny helmet.
I do recall that as well.
That was a beautiful creation of a drunken schizophrenia addled mind.
Nightmare Bunny helmet. You had a red sheet tied around your neck. You were like crab walking. Not entirely sure why.
Why was that crab walking?
I
don't
don't
even
know.
remember that. I remember the Nightmare Bunny helmet, but I don't remember the crab walk.
I say crab walking. It was more of like Zoidberg from Futurama. That, yeah, but without the whoop 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 whoop.
Jesus.
More just like slight scuttle and then slight scuttle. Like you were trying to not be sneaky and sneaky at the same time.
What the hell was that character? I completely forgot.
What
It
character?
was the one that I was playing when I made the helmet.
God, I couldn't tell you. I don't know.
Oh god, Fishface is gonna see this and he's gonna be like, "Ah, you do it too, dirty son."
So, what has been your favorite character that you've made?
Um, that's actually a hard one. I think it was the kobold. Like, oh god, what the hell was it? The kobold that hung on top of the centaur and had a spear and just went, yeah.
What was its name?
Oh god, what the hell was its name? I remember that it was a female kobold, and oh my god, what the hell was its name? I don't remember the name. I just remember, yeah. But I loved playing that character because it was like it had no combat ability. It was a kobold sorcerer, so it
Mhm.
was useless in actual combat. But it was the funniest damn character I've ever played in my life.
All right. How about your favorite story?
Meepo the Undying. There's no way, man. There's nothing that can ever top Meepo the Undying.
You
He
died
gave
in that one, though.
I did, but he gave his life for our sins. As a minister, that appeals to me, damn it.
So, for those who don't know who the fuck Meepo the Undying is, why don't you explain?
Oh God, I don't remember the character I was playing, but it was it was a campaign that we did, and it was oh God, it had something to do with a dragon egg.
No.
Was it not a dragon
Oh wait,
egg?
yeah. You did have to find a infant dragon. That's where Meepo came in.
Yeah. So the whole thing like revolved around finding this dragon, which Meepo was it Meepo calling it Master?
It was going to be their god.
Yeah.
Hmm.
And I get into this situation where it's like I'm picking off like the enemy kobolds.
Hmm.
And then all of a sudden they bring in a troll. At this point, I'm like, what, level 2? And
Maybe?
I had no chance against this troll, but I tried. I tried, and that was my mistake. And Meepo goes up and like he just gets slaughtered right away. And then just went for it. I think didn't I actually kill the troll but then died myself?
You don't remember, do you?
I don't remember. Like I swear I got off like a lucky shot and the troll died, but I bled out.
Meepo had gone up. You were in a hallway. They had brought out the troll. Meepo had gone up and had smacked it a few times, and you did pick it off. You had picked it off with an arrow. But at that point, they were all swarming down, and it was obvious that you had no shot.
Mm-hmm.
And Meepo had slammed the door, telling you to run.
Mm-hmm.
So Meepo died, obviously, but like
Yeah.
sacrificing himself. And then as you were headed back, as I recall, I think you triggered a trap.
Oh God.
I think you had set off some kind of flame trap and ended up dying from it. But the whole reason that you liked Meepo was because he had sacrificed himself to get you out of that situation.
And he
I think you were
became-
playing. I think you were playing a kobold on that one. That's why he had done it.
I think I was humanoid of some kind. I think I was an elf.
Hmm.
Half elf, half elf.
Ah.
But like I don't know how I managed to like bond with Meepo, but that kobold was the kobold, damn it. Love that fucking guy. And that's how we started the whole legend of the undying god Meepo.
So obviously, that one was your favorite story, D&D
Yeah.
story. Do you have like some players have certain superstitions, like the lucky dice, or the like they'll only bring their dice in a particular dice bag, things like that. You have any of that?
You know I do. And you don't accept it either. Always play a girl character. Every time. It's always, you gotta be the girl character. And I feel that they're less likely to die. I don't know why. It doesn't make sense. And it has not proven a stability, but they don't die. That's just the brain thing in my head. Like, I'll switch dice. I'll carry the dice just in my hand, like clutched powerfully in a single hand. But like the only real superstition is always play a girl character.
I think one of the big problems, like, I think I could put up with the always play a girl character if you didn't have other things that you just constantly did when you played games. Not even just D&D, just games in general.
Mm-hmm.
You always have a contrary mindset whenever you play.
Mm-hmm.
The best example I have is when the
thief.
Go North.
Oh, the go north.
Yeah,
Okay, that was clearly a trap. Damn it!
it was the only thing you had to go on.
But it was clearly a trap. I mean, if there's anything that comes off as this is a bad idea, it is a mysterious voice whispering you a specific direction and telling you to go that way. That is clearly a bad thing.
But the problem I have is that even when magically teleported to said area, you would turn around
Going
and
south.
go the other way.
The direct opposite direction, because that is a trap. North is clearly a trap.
In hindsight, and mind you, I was very tired when we did that. And into what you were supposed to run into north when you went south. But hindsight 2020 and all that.
So the entire thing was a trap anyway, is what you're trying to say.
Trap, it was the story.
But the story was the trap.
Disembodied voice tells you to go north. What's going to happen? And you far.
Sorry, what? You kind of cut out.
Disembodied voice tells you to go north. That was the story. Like, you were supposed to go up and find this big mystery and have to figure stuff out, and you never got that far because you refused to go north.
Because north was a trap. It's like when you see a great big piece of cake just sitting on a table by itself in the dungeon, and it's clearly magical and will give you super awesome benefits, and you use detect magic and it clearly is benefit, and it's trapped to shit. Like the second you touch it, you die.
That reminds me of one of my favorite traps.
Oh, God.
The not a trap. Have I ever told you about this?
I don't think you have. I remember Book of Secret Doors, but I don't remember Not a Trap.
So, the idea of the not a trap is that as you're going through the dungeon, you come across a room. The room itself is covered in mirrors, with a center having a pedestal. And at the top of the pedestal is a brilliant red ruby. That's all the description you get. So everyone knows this is a fucking trap.
Exactly.
Everyone's trying to figure out the trap. The trick is that it's not a trap. The ruby in the center is actually made of glass, and the whole point of the thing is to make them waste their time so that random encounters occur.
But like the whole point of it is I have this mentality that I'm gonna go grab that ruby because 4 rogues have made a detect trap and found nothing. So I go grab the ruby, but the second I grab that ruby, the door locks and suddenly it's got like 90 acid traps on it. And the second we try to leave, we all die. I mean, like, it's hard to play D&D with the paranoia. Because, I mean, you know that's part of the diagnosis. Paranoid type schizophrenia.
Mhm.
I don't fucking trust stuff. Especially not, like, it looks like a trap. I don't expect that to be the trap. I expect some other bullshit to happen.
I think, like, if you were playing a paranoid character, I think you could get away with that and still make a good character in the campaign.
Mhm.
But you'd have to actually, like, you could be paranoid that this is going to be a trap, but that shouldn't stop you from trying stuff.
Yeah. Well, like the thing of it is the reason that I don't actually put paranoia on the characters is because I have to make rolls. I hate rolling for shit. I hate it. Because it's like I'm gonna roll and I'm gonna roll a 2 every freaking time, and then I'm gonna be paralyzed with fear and I'm screwed. I would like to be a character that is naturally paranoid, but isn't gonna have to roll that kind of crap. Because I mean, it's true. I'm playing a role. I'm not me, but
Mhm.
that's not something I can just like get over. I'm gonna be paranoid regardless. And I also have this like the snap. Do you remember the thief thing?
Jesus.
It's that
Do
that
I
rage.
remember the thief incident?
I got better, didn't I?
Okay. So for those who have not heard the story, Orange in his D&D game, what were you playing? A fighter?
I was a barbarian.
A barbarian. That's what it was.
Yes.
You were playing a barbarian and you're in a crowd and like literally just kicking this story off, something had been stolen from you. I think it had been money. Like somebody had stolen your gold.
Like it wasn't even gold. Like you had specifically asked me, "What is one thing you want for this campaign?"
Yeah.
And you gave me that item, and then right off the bat, it got stolen. I was pissed. Keep in mind, I was what, like 10?
You weren't 10. You were well in your teens.
Okay, I'll say 14.
Okay, fair. 14 works.
You got to think, 14, undiagnosed, wrongly medicated. They had me on freaking, wasn't it Seroquel at the time?
Yeah.
For ADHD.
Yeah.
So I was poorly medicated, an adolescent going through puberty, and for the goddamn life of me, I couldn't get any sort of a girlfriend. So I was getting no action. So this was just the top of the cake. I was furious.
Furious is not even the word. Like, that's not even strong enough a word. Your response, both in game and out of game, was so unnecessary. And like, all you had to do was try and hunt him down.
I did with an axe.
You didn't. You started swinging wildly through a crowd with an axe. Just like, I'm killing everyone. That was your words. That was the words you used, was, I'm going to kill everyone.
Everybody's
and then you got mad because guards showed up.
You gotta think, this was like, what, the third time I actually played D&D.
And you're standing at this point, like throwing dice on the ground and like stomping and yelling, like, "You knew that's what I wanted." Blah blah blah.
You have to remember the very first thing I said was, you know what? Fuck this game. I was done. I was done. But you were
Fuck
like,
this
come on,
game.
keep playing, keep playing.
Actually, play. That was the big thing.
I did actually play. I just made horribly poor decisions.
No, it wasn't just that you made horribly poor decisions. It's that you made horribly poor decisions and then got mad about the consequences.
Again, topping on the cake of my crappy life at that point. The whole thing was just repressed memories and just feeling completely and utterly just shot down in everything I did in my life. And I had that one item and you fucking took it from me.
Literally, all you had to do was try and find the rogue.
Yeah, but
You
what
even
is
had track. Like,
what is
you
the
had
honest
the ability to track him down.
But what was the honest possibility of me ever finding that rogue?
It was
And
part of the game.
Getting my item back.
It was part of the game. You were supposed to hunt him down, get your item back, and then that would have led you into like this Thieves Guild storyline I had all set. And no, not at all. None of it got to happen.
This
Not a
is
thing.
why you can't. I can't play the game by myself because I make poor decisions.
You weren't
And
even
I need-
playing by yourself. That was part of the thing that was crazy.
Like it was just me, wasn't it?
I
Like
don't
that
think so.
campaign was just me, and like it was one of my first introductions to D&D, and I was pissed about it and would never, like, for the longest time I refused to play again.
I think Caleb was playing with us.
No, he was going to, but then he bailed out on us because he had, douchey pot smoking stuff to do.
Yeah. Yeah, that was his I'm gonna smoke all the time. Oh, wait. Every day, all day.
God, he was such a fucking idiot.
Was?
Fair point. He's slightly more responsible.
He's
now.
better now. I'll give you that.
Oh my God. I actually told the story about the thing Mom told me about getting held down.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, I told that story over here, so people have heard that crap now.
That's awkward.
Oh yeah. It was super awkward because I actually had a pretty large YouTuber on there when I did it, and like he asked how I came up with like my name, and the clearest memory I have was that, and that's what comes up, and it's like, well, I guess that's
Wait.
why.
Why oranges?
I don't like that's the only thing I actually remember about it.
Is oranges?
Oranges. I don't know why. I don't know if it was something that was said or it was an image or like a color. I just remember orange. And it's literally the most vivid memory I have is that color. So it's like burned in my mind.
That's weird.
I know, right?
Because I don't recall there being anything orange in the room. There weren't oranges in the room, that's for damn sure.
I don't even remember the kid. Like I don't even remember who the hell it was.
Luke.
Like, oh my God, it was Luke.
Yeah. That was back in Dodge City.
Yeah, I fucking hated that kid.
That kid really was. He was not a good influence.
But wasn't he your fucking friend?
No, he was Caleb's friend.
He was Caleb's friend. Oh,
He was
God.
my age, though. He was my age.
Oh God, it just came into mind. Lindsay.
Lindsay.
You don't remember Caleb's long lost excuse for
Yeah.
everything love
For
Lindsay?
all the things bad in his life.
All traces back to Lindsay.
All because he had to move.
All because he had to move, or was it she moved and then we moved?
I don't even know.
I just remember, like, he blames everything in his life on that shit.
Of course he does. That doesn't
Well,
make it his fault.
Well, yeah, he's got no freaking personal accountability in his life. And it's, just how he is, how he's always been. And it is on many levels really depressing to think about, because I think he could have done better in life.
Yeah. He's very smart.
He's smart, and he has that ability. He just doesn't fucking utilize it. And I think it's a crying shame, because I mean, you got the best chance out of all of us.
I don't know why.
Because instead of giving up like I did, or going the opposite direction of progress like Caleb did, you buckled down and went a way where you could be successful in life. I gave up. Caleb was an idiot.
Yeah, but either one of you could have done it.
Oh, yeah. I could have done it. But, I mean, I think it would have been different if I had been properly medicated and I received the treatment that I needed when I was younger, and I wouldn't have been so crazy at school, so I could have focused better.
Well, Zach, you got to remember, at that time, they couldn't have diagnosed you with schizophrenia. You can't diagnose a kid with that. So they were doing the best with what they had, and it's not like mom or dad or even you at the time would have been willing to go through the process necessary in order for you to actually get the help that you needed.
Yeah.
Because you figure, we grew up with this concept that any kind of establishment was the enemy. They were coming to get us. They would take us kids away. We'd never see mom and dad again. That was kind of instilled into us. Yeah. So we would have never sought out the help that we would need.
Yeah. Oh my God, I just remembered the I see black people moment.
Huh?
You don't remember that? Oh my God. SRS had came to the house, and it was me and Caleb outside, and I think you had already gone to college.
Oh. Then I wouldn't remember that.
I've told you this story before. I know I have. But so one of the there was two SRS workers there. One of them was this like skinny, like wimpy, douchey white kid. Mm-hmm. And he couldn't have been more than 25, 26. Mm-hmm. And this great big black lady.
Okay.
And we're standing outside, and like this woman is not 2 feet away from us. And mm-hmm. Caleb turns to me, looks me square in the eye, and as loud as humanly possible, just whispers, "I see black people."
What?
She death glared him. Like 2 minutes later, they were gone. They didn't even care anymore. They were like, you know what? Screw it. And just left. And I think that how hostile mom and dad made us to the how hostile we were towards anybody from any sort, like police, SRS, any of that,
Hmm.
because of how hostile we were, we didn't get a chance. Like, I mean, after you left, there wasn't structure. It was we ran around and mom and dad laid in bed and watched TV. So I didn't really like, aside from grandma and the aunts and all that. Like, I didn't get like a support that I feel I needed,
Uh-huh.
and it just led to me going worse and worse down the hill, and then I led to where I was, where I had a breakdown talking to a ferret, going to freaking Storm Vale.
Well, it couldn't have helped that at that time, once I had left, which of course it didn't happen until after I had left,
Yeah.
but once I left, they were moving people in and out of that house like constantly.
Oh God, fucking Tim.
Well, there was him. There was, I still don't know her name. All I know her as is the stripper.
Oh, yeah. I won't say her name on the air, but yeah, I remember the stripper. Columbine.
Yeah, he stayed there for a while.
Oh God, he was
In hindsight,
still a dick.
in hindsight, it seems horrible that that was his nickname. That we deemed another human being the embodiment of what Columbine shooters were.
To be fair,
But at the
Hardy
time,
Pants.
Hardy Pants. That kid spent like 2 hours straight on a video game just looking for the right pair of pants for his wrestler.
Like, I feel it's necessary to point out that it's not just he spent 2 hours looking for the right pair of pants. He spent 2 hours on WWF on the Nintendo 64 looking for the right pair of pants. All because he wanted the Hardy Boys trip pants.
It's ridiculous.
Oh my God. King of the douchebags, right there. Just and he's gotten no better. He's still a huge asshole.
Is he still writing his diary in different colored ink, telling you that it's different personalities?
I don't know. I don't even associate with him anymore. The last time I saw him, I have a serious aversion to being called a faggot.
Mm-hmm.
So, just to preface this story, he had a girlfriend that lived with him for about 3 years,
Mm-hmm.
and she had a kid.
Okay.
So he looks over me and, like, I'm leaving. I'm getting the hell out of there.
Mm-hmm.
And this is back when I was with Rebel, and she was gawking at him because he was for some reason attractive. But he looks over me and he calls me a faggot. And
Why?
like, the girlfriend left him. So my response to this was, "Oh, hey, Columbine. So how's the wife and kid you never seen?" Because like it was the only dig I had at the moment.
Uh-huh.
Because I mean, the reason that he and her broke up is because he abused her verbally and mentally,
Okay.
and just beat her down every day, and eventually like she shut down, went to inpatient, and then got out and took the kids.
Yeah.
Took the kid with her and got out of it as quick as she could. And like a lot of the other YouTubers that I tend to talk to, like they have a lot to say about like taking the kids and not letting them see the dad.
Oh yeah.
But I think honestly, in this situation, it was for the best of the child and the girl to
Yeah.
get as far away from that boy as possible, because he's not stable, and he's I don't know. Would you call him narcissistic?
Yeah.
Yeah, freaking narcissist, and he doesn't understand that that's a bad thing. And I mean, he's still living in this juvenile state of it's still okay to wrestle with a full-grown adult man. And
He's
like,
still doing the backyard wrestling?
no, I mean, like, I went to his apartment because Rebel was a pot smoker.
Yeah.
And she would buy it from him.
Uh-huh.
So we
So
went
he
over to
was
his
the
place.
dealer for you.
Yeah. Well, not for me, but for her.
Yeah.
So we went over his place to get the stuff, and he just thinks it's appropriate to like grab me and wrestle me to the ground.
Just like suddenly?
Out of nowhere. Like all up on the man boobs, and I get that I'm bi, but I don't. Not him. He's not the kind of guy.
Are you saying that his Hardy pants don't do it for you?
No, the Hardy pants are as far away from what I find sexually attractive as humanly possible.
To be fair, I probably didn't help that when we were younger.
What, the wrestling thing?
Yeah.
Well, I mean, the guy's he's fucked in the head, and he needs help, but he will never get it.
No, it's cool to be broken.
Yeah, but how cool is it to be fucking stupid?
Well, that's what I mean. Like, it's not actually cool, but he thinks it's cool to be broken. He always has. Why do you think he ran around with the rubber bands all the way up his arms, and he had the cutting, and he'd walk around with a dog leash while his girlfriend led him around. He needed so desperately to be an outsider that he would go to any length for it, whether it be making up afflictions, whether it be pushing somebody as far away from him as he possibly could. That was just his style.
Yeah.
Because it was, in his mind, cool to be tormented and to be like this tragic character.
Yeah. And I think the really sad part about it is I think he just wanted desperately to be unique.
Mm-hmm.
And I get it. Like, these sorts of things, like mental disabilities and, doing the submissive behavior, like the collar thing, like the rubber bands and the douchey nickname. Like, this was all his desperate attempts to be unique, to be that odd man out.
To be fair, the nickname came from the kids at school. Like, he didn't choose that. He embraced it.
It's because he came to school in a big black trench coat, and he walked around, and he like looked dead on like one of the, like what you would picture one of the shooters to look like.
Yeah, that's because that's what he was going for.
Yeah, and
it was his first day at school. He came with the rubber bands all the way up his arms, the giant trench coat, as um, like if you could imagine like the douchiest like uh, Halloween costume of the Crow, that was like spot on what he was trying to do. Like no,
He was
no
just missing the
denying it.
makeup.
Yeah,
I do think he had eyeliner on though.
I'm sure he did.
I'm pretty sure he always had eyeliner on.
Yeah,
And
well, it fit his style he was going for.
and like I think on some level he had to deal with like the same thing I did, but he never got over it. Like the whole, he's attracted to men. He
Mhm.
has that attraction, but he can't embrace it because it was wrong when we were growing up. It was wrong to be like that.
Mhm.
And I don't think he's ever gotten over it. And I think that's what the wrestling thing is about. I think that's what the submissive behavior is about. He just wants to get butt fucked. I'm making light of it, but I honestly believe that. I think he just wants. He might not even be. He might not be bisexual. He might not be gay, but I think he's bi-curious. He wants to know what it's like, and he shuts it down in himself,
Mhm.
and it brings out like the self-loathing that he's always tried to hide with, like the smoking pot and the wearing the ridiculous get-ups and grabbing people all over like he does.
Well, I don't know. I mean, when we were younger and we were hanging out a lot, because at the time he ended up spending a lot more time hanging out with me and the guys. Um, it became, in my mind, uh, an issue of um, not having the supports that most people would have. I mean, his mom was all over the place, uh, going from one guy to the next. He didn't really have a father figure in his life that was worth a damn.
And
Um,
let's face it, it was always a guy that beat her and drank so heavily that like would always give him shit.
mhm. Well, of course they would. He was always getting into trouble, or if he wasn't getting into trouble, uh, then he was trying his damnedest to find the craziest outfit he could so that he could get into trouble.
And on some level, I kind of feel bad because I did try like as we started getting older and older, I tried to like provide somebody that he could talk to. I tried to
Mhm.
be there for the guy, and at some point it got to I can't do it anymore. I can't deal with a 10-year-old in a freaking 30-year-old's body. I can't dick with it. And just like the sad part is, I really do think that he just needed somebody to accept him,
Mhm.
and I really did try.
I think
But yeah,
before I had left, which that year that I spent at home and not doing anything really,
yeah, the vacation year.
yeah, quote unquote vacation year, which, by the way, one of the worst decisions that I've ever made.
I don't know. I think the German chick was a bad choice.
No, no, the year of not doing anything was the most boring, fucking god awful year.
Well,
Like I had this idea in my head that I was going to spend one more year of not having to worry about school or about work and just enjoy life, right? Which I'm sure if I had actually done anything even remotely like life fulfilling during that time, it would have been fine. But I didn't. I just stuck around the house, occasionally played some D&D. Uh, didn't help that everybody that I gamed with was still in school or had gone off to college.
I just remember the line during that year of when I get fucked up, I'll fuck you. I'm sorry. I have to be a little quiet because I'm trying not to like swear real heavy. Heavy. Look for the trash bag duties.
That was a crazy video.
I cannot for the life of me find that video.
Yeah, I have not seen it since.
Didn't we find it on a website that was just labeled like the craziest YouTube videos ever?
I think
'Cause
so.
That's where we found Die.
Is it?
Yeah, it was the same place where we found what did we even call that video? Anti-God.
Reverse a God.
Reverse a God.
Reverse a God.
Reverse a God. And that was the craziest. Like I think that was crazier than Trash Bag Titties, honestly. I mean
fair. It did take quite the turn.
If anybody here like that watches this in the future, if you get the chance, look up that video. Who was it by?
Which one?
Die.
Oh goodness, I'm not sure.
Just it's spelled, I think, D-Y-I or D-Y-E, something like that.
By Jeremy Perrin?
I don't think
No.
it. No,
The video
it had
is Fantasy.
Fantasy. It was by Die. But
No, I think it's called Fantasy. Yeah, you're right.
It's called Die by Fantasy, or it's Fantasy by Die?
Fantasy by Die. The music video is by Jeremy Pernin. Couldn't you like put the link in a description or something?
God, I don't. I'm gonna do a thing, and if this video gets taken down, I will cut the part out of it. But hang on, I can actually do a thing that is both a terrible idea and a great idea at the same time.
Oh God.
Like when I have it on the channel, when this gets put out on the channel,
Yeah.
I can put it in the comments,
Oh.
but
You can't put it in the description or whatever?
I can put it in the description, but it'll have to be after the actual stream. But just to give people an idea of like the insanity of this.
Reverse a God.
Just the insanity of Reverse God. And like Reverse God itself had a oh God damn it. It had a backstory for me because
Didn't it start
it
with
didn't.
Reversicorn?
Yes, it started with Reversicorn from an Enigma video. which was called Return to Innocence.
God.
I just like the whole video itself is just like this guy's life in reverse, and like it's the guy's life in reverse, but
With a unicorn.
there's a unicorn there the whole time, and like it's running in reverse. Okay, so this is what I can do just to give people an idea. I'm not gonna spoil the whole video, but I'm gonna go ahead and go to like, where is it? Okay, yeah, we're just gonna start with this part right here. Yeah. Just like they won't be able to actually. Yeah.
Oh, penis slap.
You don't actually see. Oh my god.
And the
I
worst
forgot.
blowjob ever.
And just
She's totally
Like-
not into it.
she's not into it. She's not into
She's
it at
not
all.
into it.
And just
Hi, how you doing? Blah, blah.
what is that thing called? A lamprey? That's what it looks like. It looks like a lamprey. But just because I had to.
And if that
We're gonna
wasn't
stop
crazy
it
enough, okay.
we're gonna stop it there just to prevent spoiling Reverse a God. But check out the whole video. It's Die Fantasy. It's
Crazy.
it is a trip. It's a trip.
Fucking crazy.
I'm sure that was like spotty as all, but
It was, but
totally worth it. I'm gonna go ahead and drop the link into the YouTube chat, like the YouTuber chat that I do. So if you're ready to head out, I will go ahead and let you. But like this is one of the parts of the show that everybody likes, is when I drop the link and everybody can, pretty much anybody can come in. I just really, I don't have anything like super against the guy, but I don't want Bundy to come in.
mhm.
So there's a guy named Bundy, right? Bundy Troll Bear,
Okay.
and he asked for dirty pictures of mom.
Awkward.
Yeah, super awkward, because like I'm like, all right, let's
Wait, but okay, but wait a minute. First of all, you asking his kid, but which is fucking an issue in and of itself. Like, obviously, don't fucking do that, retard. But if you had the like, how fucked up? Not only is he the sick bastard who asks for that, but he's also the individual that thought, well, if anybody's going to have him, then it's going to be our kid, right?
Well, he's in the Skype chat, right? And the thing is, he's into granny fucking. So like, yeah,
to
I
each
know,
their own, I guess.
Yeah, to each their own. But like, he's talking about it, and like, I'm like, Jesus, don't ask about my mom. And he asks about mom.
Well, you know, it's one of those individuals that obviously they're in it for the shock.
Yeah, he's
if it was
definitely a troll.
if it was legitimate, he'd at least have the couth, not
To ask me.
not to ask you about someone you're related to.
Well, to be fair, like I kind of wanted to post just a picture of like mom's nasty, disgusting mouth. just because you figure that's gonna turn him off. But like, I naturally asked mom, and she's like, "No, don't fucking put
Don't
my
do
picture
that.
on the
What are
internet."
you doing?
And, like, it's the most awkward conversation to talk to my mother about the younger than me young man who wants pictures of her, and it's bad, but All right, so I'm about to drop the link in just a second, so people start start popping in,
Well put.
heads up on that. So click.
Let's see. So, I'm still trying to find the Trash Bag Titties music video, and I do not have any goddamn luck.
Don't you just wish it was under Trash Bag Titties?
I really do.
Like, I'm not even sure how to find it. I'm not even sure how.
I don't even remember what I googled. You know what I keep finding though? I think you're freaky.
Oh god, that one was really, really messed up. But
that was weird as shit. It wasn't as bad as Trash Bag Titties, but it was weird.
It was really bad. I'm gonna further corrupt my Google search history and try and Google something. Oh my god. This is literally what I'm Googling right now. Puppet baby doll nursing hanging.
You are all sorts of breaking up.
Yeah, it's because I'm doing more than one thing at a time. And the computer does that. Surreal music, TV. Oh my god, Chewbacca's mom gets a few surprises from James Corden. I don't want to see these things. Like, this is really... I'm terrified to click on any of this. And even worse, terrified to click the image search. That is not from the...
Nope. None of those.
Of course, I'm the one sitting here corrupting my Google search history. This is a terrifying thing to think of what could possibly pop up. It's just... Oh, God. No, God. I see a hanging baby doll. Okay. I'm going to be at this now for hours because... No. Like, just the potential of disturbing of what I could... Music, video, weird, list. Terror and fear, and just I don't even know. 33 weirdest music videos of all time, 15 scariest, 10 strangest. That might be it.
Maybe.
Because I remember it had something to do with weird or strange or messed up, and it was just a list of links you could click.
Yeah.
And Black Hole Soundgarden, Sledgehammer, Land of Confusion. Like, the list itself, I know, had the werewolf one on it. God, what was it called? Electric Werewolf. Something? Jesus. God damn it. Now I'm freaking wondering about that one. Electronic Wolf. No, not where Wicked is. This is awful. because I'm sitting here trying to find this, and just everybody is. Oh my god! Feel free to like fill the background here, like with like something
Like-
to talk about.
Just like anything.
Just
I
like
was going to see how long that you would leave an uncomfortable silence.
leave an uncomfortable silence for all eternity, and just continue to talk about absolutely nothing.
God, I'm trying to remember some of them that were just crazy as shit. There was a Tom Waits one.
Tom Waits.
Yeah.
I'm trying to remember this.
Tom Waits. Of course, Tom Waits is kind of crazy in his own right.
Yeah. Okay, this is the one. I don't know what the birthday massacre is. I know it's not this list because there's the freaking beginning song to the show Vikings. One of the weirdest things on the planet is like. God
Did you-
damn.
Okay, this sounds really, really dumb, but did you Google trash bag titties?
I don't think I want to. I don't want to Google the phrase trash bag titties. I really don't. Oh God, what did you make me?
Sprite mango grape.
What? Spite mango grape? They fucked it up this time.
I know how they're doing to it.
They can hear this, by the way, rather clearly. And it's just sorry. God damn it! What the fuck is that called? Maybe if I actually look, I shit. Did it fantasy? Like that was on the list. That was on the list, and there was a bunch of other ones that were really, really weird on there.
Yeah,
Reddit.
there was. There's
I
a
don't-
lot of weird ones.
I don't think it was on Reddit, was it?
No, it wasn't on Reddit.
I didn't think it was on Reddit. I don't think you're a frequenter of the shit posting that is Reddit.
No, not typically.
There's a good reason for that. You know, I mean, Reddit is. Oh, because this has MGMT Kids on it. This might be the list.
Maybe.
Is this an open hangout, or is it just
Jesus.
you?
Yeah, it's open. Crinkles, robot, Crinkles.
Hello.
But yeah, it's open. I'm trying to find a particular thing at the moment, so I'm like,
Hey, your audio sounds like really cracky on your end, Orange.
yeah, I'm running through a different website as well, so it's really not working well.
Well, we'll try to do. I'm assuming this is your hangout, correct?
Yeah.
Well, I'll try to do most of the talking then. So, who's this alligator detective?
That's a kobold.
Kobold, yeah. Jesus, who else is here now?
Oh yeah, this is Professor Dreadlock, my partner in crime.
Hey.
Hello.
Oh God. Sorry, I just got suddenly blindsided with sound. Oh my God.
I also help him like with his reptilian taxonomy, since
Reptilian taxonomy.
he struggled with that since I created him. It's something we're working on. In the new update,
Fair.
So,
will be fixed in next patch.
See, this is why you've gotta really choose the right updates to put on your thing. This is why you don't let WinRAR expire.
The thing is, like, I was going to give him, like, basic, I guess, cognitive functions and, like, pattern recognition, but I was like, you know what, I could put a Bitcoin miner here instead. And they don't fund research anymore, so I was like, yeah, I probably should.
Have you seen Bitcoin is the coin of the future that no one uses, except for certain hotels. You can actually go to certain hotels and get yourself a bed and breakfast.
I paid for a Steam game with a little bit of Bitcoin. Unfortunately, I spent more money generating that tiny percentage of a Bitcoin than it was actually worth. So, you know.
I actually have no idea the value of Bitcoins.
Bitcoin can range from being billions of dollars to negative infinity. It's whatever. It has no backing, so the amount is entirely bubble-based.
Yeah, it's like investing in the UK right now. Like, you could fucking have a stable rise, or Scotland could secede like tomorrow, and then your money is literally worth like one of those Loch Ness Monster post-its. So, you know.
To be fair, I would pay $1 for a Loch Ness Monster post-it note.
It's actually funny, if you're in the UK, you can actually get them to, like, if you go, like, more shit than your money's worth if you give them, like, American dollars. Like, when I first got there, I didn't have any money, like, and I reached into my wallet looking for my pounds, and then, like, I had dollars, and dude was like, oh, no, actually, you know what, just give me that $1, and I was like, oh, okay, sure. And I walked out of there with, like, a really big fucking pizza. That was good. Unfortunately, I didn't have any way to heat it up, so I had to go in the garbage.
So you paid $1 for garbage then?
Oh, I was supposed to have a place to cook it, but the logistics of that trip were difficult.
Oh.
Like, no.
Okay, I found a video that it completely explains what Bitcoin is. I'm putting it in the main chat now.
Oh.
A place where everyone spoke the English language would be a place where you could understand people, but, like, it's actually more difficult. Like,
Like, I've never really understood, like, online currency. I mean, I get, like, PayPal, because, I mean, with PayPal, it's still in dollars. You can still transfer that to your account and, you know, pay for stuff with PayPal, even though most of the time it's only, like, on eBay. But I don't get, like, Bitcoin and what's the other one? Like Dogecoin, some crap like that.
Dogecoin's a meme.
It is. I don't even know. Like that's how out of the loop I am with electronic currency.
Bitcoin, basically, the reason it's valuable is that it's really hard to build. Like, you can't build a bullshit Bitcoin because, like, by definition, it has to be really, really, really difficult to crack.
But like, isn't it? It's just code. Like,
Yeah, no, exactly. It's just code. Like, basically how it works is every Bitcoin has a unique set of algorithms that encrypt it.
Huh.
So, when you're generating them, when you're generating Bitcoin profit for yourself, you're taking Bitcoin hashes and you're basically, like, decompiling all of that, which takes an incredible amount of energy, more than the Bitcoin's actually worth. So if you have a really efficient rig, you can make money off of it, but if you have, like, a fucking, oh, I bought this laptop from HP, I'm a gamer girl laptop, then, like, you're not gonna, like, spend $20 getting, like, 50 Bitcoin cents.
Dude, fuck you, I don't hate her. I have like the cheapest brand of computer you could possibly have.
Uh,
So, Cobalt Man,
Yes.
why are you a Cobalt detective?
Oh,
Also, did you draw that yourself?
Oh no, totally ripped this off. No, I'm a fan of kobolds and role playing games.
oh, you
Dungeons and
do?
Dragons. Yeah.
I fucking love D&D and like I usually play as like vampires because they have like way too many exploitable features, but
hmm
I love that shit, dude. We should like D&D sometime or something.
Yeah.
If I wasn't a robot, I would make a joke like, I prefer to have sex, but unfortunately, I'm a robot.
Well, well, you see, that's fine. Remember that episode of Rick and Morty when Morty's dad had to like donate his penis to science so he could save that like alien ambassador?
Yes.
I'll just build you one of those replacement ones instead.
A detachable penis.
Yeah, since he's a
It's
robot.
like you don't build your robot that a dick. Gotta build the dick, man.
No, I did at first, but he wouldn't stop talking, so I took it off.
Well, that's his
Store
own
it
fault.
somewhere. Saving this for later. All right.
Much dirtier than I expected.
Well, this kobold is getting off of here. I gotta go to a job tomorrow. So, y'all have a good night, and talk
Wait,
to you later.
Cobalt, I have a question about your job.
Yes.
So, since you're a reptile creature,
Mhm.
it might be cold tomorrow, so take a jacket because it's slow outside.
Nah.
Oh, I'm so funny.
So when is he getting the update?
Hopefully tomorrow.
Ooh, that joke was pretty cold.
Oh. All right. I'll see y'all later.
All right.
Jesus. Already ran off my D&D kobold.
Okay, so he's a kobold, and you're a human that's like genetically fused with a peach.
No, he's an orange.
Oh, okay, a tangerine.
I'm not Peach. Peach has a vagina. I have an orange penis.
All right, so you have both. Got it.
Hey, Orange, want to hear something interesting? According to polls, orange is everybody in the world's least favorite color.
Really?
It's the least picked color as favorite color.
Well, it's not my fault the world sucks, Dick.
That's fine. What's the most popular one then? Blue?
Yep.
Of course.
My team Mystic has so many people. There's more reasons than that, but...
Wait, you're telling me orange scored worse than yellow? Yellow shit.
Mm-hmm.
Yep. Nope. Yellow got higher than orange. Orange was at the bottom.
Yeah, but yellow is literally trash, though. Like, what the fuck?
Yellow was like third to the bottom. I think there was like brown and I forgot. I think it was like yellow, brown, and orange at the very bottom.
It's because people don't understand the natural awesomeness of the color and fruit of oranges.
Like, fucking...
I mean, without oranges, we wouldn't have Fanta.
Actually, I kind of understand the sentiment now.
I haven't had Fanta. I haven't had Fanta in forever. I'm a grape soda person.
Okay, basically, I took this guy to New York, right? And, like, he discovered this soda that we have. And apparently it was so addicting that, like, we'd literally be passing a vending machine, right? Every time we passed one, he would get another. And my university has a lot of them, so it's just like, yo, dude, like, fucking...
Like he was getting me food like, here's some authentic New York pizza, what do you think? And then he would just pause in the middle of the sentence as he was interrupted by a long slurp from the grape soda I was taking.
He literally doesn't even have taste buds. He's just being a dick.
Like every place we went to, I would just get that grape soda.
Why grape?
I've never had grape soda before.
Really?
It was like I don't have it where I live. We
Yeah.
have like everything.
Oh,
We
what
have
the-
everything but grape soda and Hawaiian punch.
You don't have Hawaiian punch?
We used to, but no place has it anymore.
Dude, fucking every place in New York has that shit. Why don't you just fucking tell me? I would have got you some.
Because I'm not. I wanted the grape soda instead. But the thing is,
That's
the reason why is because Hawaiians vacation there a lot where I live, and they're kind of sick of Hawaiian punch because it's like nothing new to them, so they didn't like it. So we like stopped having Hawaiian punch.
I see.
Yeah, like the weird thing is in America we've got like 20 different kinds of Hawaiian punch now.
Hmm.
There's like the red kind, but then there's also green and blue, and they all taste terrible except the red.
Yeah. It's like Mountain Dew. Like, fucking, I don't know what they're putting in Mountain Dew, but, like, that shit, honestly, I'm thinking it might be, like, a catalyst or something. Let me explain why.
They just put lemons in it and then pour a bunch of sugar in it.
Yeah, just like the original one, it can taste okay, but it, like, dehydrates. Like, you will literally die if you consume a good amount of that. Now, the red one is the only one that I think tastes, like, okay-ish. The blue one tastes like fucking bubblegum, and they have this light green cyan Baja Blast. That's that shit called. Fucking Baja Blast tastes like the cleaner fluid they use to clean the bathrooms, the public bathrooms in those big malls.
What the fuck is gum Arabic?
Gum Arabic?
Gum Arabic.
Oh. It's basically this kind of hydrocarbons and all kinds that make.
Wait a minute. Isn't bromide like a poison?
Well, I mean, technically, like nitrogen and carbon are poisons too. It just depends on the mixture.
Yeah, but like, isn't bromide really dangerous for people?
Only certain isotopes of it are. So.
Yeah, I'm actually looking at the at the ingredients of Mountain Dew, and one of them is brominated vegetable oil.
That's fine.
Why is there vegetable oil in a soda?
Oh, it's cause like
It's Mountain Dew.
no. A lot of sodas have that shit.
Like everything on here, now that I'm looking at it, looks horrible for me.
It's not like
Sodium benzoate, sodium citrate, ethyl acid, gum Arabic, which just sounds like Muslims, which is never a good thing.
Okay, like I promise you that if I were to read the like ingredients of every compound that was inside of an orange, you would probably have the same reaction. Like long name, it doesn't mean it's dangerous.
But, yeah, but I mean, oranges are oranges. We're awesome.
Like now, Jar, he's got some toxic shit in him. Like I fucking, he's got like lead bichromate, fucking, he's nutsium. Like he's got all types of shit.
But you gotta think, far more dangerous than robot. Oh my god.
Okay.
Because eating robot might, slowly kill you. But oh my god's got the tentacles. I've seen enough hentai to know.
Okay.
that might be a very real reality.
Yeah, people are just gonna be like walking around with like Deus Ex type augmentations and shit.
Oh god.
Yeah, like if we had some shit like that, have you ever heard of an Oni before?
What?
I'll show you a picture.
I just didn't hear what you said.
Oh, ever heard of an Oni?
And the Japanese demon?
Yeah, yo, I want those fucking horns. Those fucking horns are so cool. I would like get. That would be like my I guess my cyborg thing.
Horn.
How to spell Oni?
Oh, and
I.
No, like, dude, this shit looks so fucking cool, dude. Look at this. Crap. Friggin'. How the hell do I post anything?
Wait, it looks like one of the most stereotypical type of demon horns.
No, nigga, that shit looks fresh as fuck.
Hang on, let me see what the hell you're talking about.
Wait, let me open up the tab you sent me. Yeah, those look pretty stereotypical for demon horns.
No, demon horns are usually shorter and fatter at the base. Shit looks fresh as fuck, fam.
What the hell demons are you looking at? The like stubby-headed imps?
Well, that's usually like what they're portrayed in when you look at like cartoons and shit. So.
Oh, okay, I see where your problem is. Cartoons.
Well,
Okay,
I mean, that's
the
the
first-
general portrait. That's like the common portrayal and shit. So.
Okay, well, the first picture of an Oni has like the short, stubby ones.
Yeah, a lot of them are artist interpretations.
The only have the stubby horns. Hang on, just a second. Let's see if I can still.
Wait, Onis. These look like those like ogres from Dragon Ball Z.
That's exactly what they are. They're ogres.
Rick, are you? Hold up. Are you saying something bad about ogres, Lottie?
Ogres are kind of assholes.
No, Onis are like the Japanese versions of ogres.
Are you saying something bad about ogres, Rick?
No, I'm just saying these are like the Japanese equivalent of ogres.
Okay, you better not, because you know ogres are like onions. And all
Yes, they have many layers.
Oh god damn it! Don't worry about Shrek.
But Drew, Onis are like, I don't know what the Japanese equivalent of an onion is.
They have Japanese layers.
A leek, dude. A leek.
A leek. They're Onis are like leeks. They leak all over the place. I don't know.
These are one of the most driest. Never.
There you go. There's Belial. That's a little more normal demon looking that you're gonna find in not cheesy cartoons.
That's like a very, I would say.
That looks like some World of Warcraft type
Yeah,
of shit.
that looks more like a European.
Low-level demon. Fourth level of hell.
Yeah, that's why.
So what do Onis do? Do they like watch over the afterlife or some shit?
I think they're just assholes.
That depends on. See, the problem is Shinto is literally just like a collection of myths, and depending on who you ask, Onis do a bunch of different things.
But they're generally assholes.
Yeah, like most mythological creatures.
Like most like the Kappa. You know what a Kappa is?
Yeah, it's a river demon, and if you get it to bow to you and makes your water spills out of its head, which is like a bowl, and then it's stuck. And it can rip souls out of your and it reaches up your asshole and rips your soul out.
Also kidnaps and rapes children. So it's kind of like the Amos of Japanese folklore.
Why is everyone's voice box broken?
Mine isn't.
Where are you guys? Like in fucking New Zealand?
Wait, does mine sound bad? Does mine sound bad?
No.
I just have a bad computer. Like if I'm doing anything else, it makes things far worse. What the fuck has he sent me? Hang on, Crinkles sent me something. I gotta figure out what the hell this is, so I might start breaking up again. I have a feeling it may or may not be the infamous Flashback Titties video.
How much? Oh, that's only 0.29. That's not so bad.
Okay.
Construction ships. Wow, my physics research is really fucking lagging behind.
Hey Drew, haven't you ever noticed that half demons and vampires are like very similar?
Well, I mean, there's a reason for that. actually.
Like every. Okay, what's your reason?
Like, vampires as a myth that's grown over time are supposed to be like a proto-satanic force, really. Like, if you read, read the Old Testament and stuff, right? Like, you can start seeing the connections as to like where those myths developed from. Because basically, Eastern Europe. Well, actually, no. Technically, you can go further than that, but okay. So pretty much, blood-drinking creatures have always been like a part of mythologies and stuff. But with the advent of Eastern Orthodoxy, they became linked specifically to like satanic forces. So that's why they're so prevalent.
So it's just that vampires are related to demons because of reasons.
Well, I mean,
What? Like, doesn't Vlad the Impaler have to do with some of them?
Vlad the Impaler pretty much was the popularizer of the concept.
Like, from what I've heard, he was like his versions, his like time period of Nero, Hitler, whatever.
Yeah. Basically, he was kind of like the popularizer of, I guess, the modern vampire.
He was a crazy cannibalistic asshole, is what he was. But
Yeah, who also
Stoker
drank people's blood and like conquered the Ottomans multiple times.
Bram Stoker, the guy who like started really popularizing vampires, took inspiration from Vlad and a oh god, what was her name? She was a Bethel or something like that, but she was a countess. But she bathed in the blood of young virgins to try and make her stay forever young, which of course didn't freaking work.
Heck.
But those two influences are where Stoker got the general idea to write Dracula itself.
Yeah.
Oh god, dying slowly.
You know what's ironic about that whole blood thing too?
What's that?
They did some fucking study, I want to say 2 or 3 years ago, that showed that like young people's blood actually has certain antigens that like during blood transfusions actually helps with DNA repair. So there's like a kernel of truth to that
Yeah,
shit.
but there's a kernel of truth in almost every myth. I mean,
Yeah, but it's like a kernel of truth that they had no way of knowing. Like it's just it's like a cosmic irony practically.
yeah, just existence being a dick.
Yeah.
Well, guys, I've actually been at this for about 2 hours now, so I'm gonna go ahead and cut it off. But if you don't want to come back Friday, I'm doing another show Friday about the same time, starting at probably 9:30.
Cool.
So if you guys want to come back then, it would be great to have you on.
All right.
Alright, see ya, nigga.
Get fucking disturbed.
Alright. Thanks everybody for tuning in to the shit show.
Oh wait! You were recording the entire time?
Drew, he has like
he has live this whole time.
Drew, he has like a super small channel that is never gonna go anywhere.
Oh fucking hell!
Oh.
Jesus, I would have been a
bro.
lot more reserved if I fucking.
Artist of sir.
I'm really happy I didn't say anything like fucking over. Rick, fucking tell me next time.
I thought you saw I thought you knew how Google Hangout worked, and I thought you saw the giant
I don't use this.
the giant yellow live button
Okay.
did not throw you off.
Right corner of your
I
screen.
fucking opened up the link and I
That's
stopped.
the live.
Sherlock Holmes, you are not.
Well, I just opened up the page and then wasn't looking at it because I'm not a freaking synth like you.
Upper right hand side, man. Always check before you start to talk.
Oh God. Oh.
Thanks everybody for tuning in. If you're watching this at a later date, check out the the video Die Fantasy. It is a really messed up video if you guys really want to see something crazy. But thank you for shit. Thank you to Crinkles. Thank you to Just Robot. Good channel, I'm sure. You know, kind of dick.
And if you're looking for a good read, get an audiobook at audible.com.
Oh yeah, sure. Go to audible.com. Use one of
fucking everyone on
50
YouTube sold out to that.
million potential free trials you can use for that. And if you really need to, just make another email and just keep using that shit. They don't check.
Oh my god.
Actually use free Audible trials.
And
Okay.
for a free trial, you use keyword DEEZNUTZ 69 for a 1 week edition.
And for a free audiobook, use keyword BIGFATDICK.
Back.
Okay, seriously, turn off the live stream.
Looking for a domain for your channel?
We've been ending it for like 10 minutes.